Hey YouTube, so today I want to make a really quick video for you guys about our new addition to the family. We just bought a new car and I actually spent a lot of time researching this purchase. As you guys, some of you may know, I work really far from where I live. We actually live in Santa Rosa, California, and I drive to work every day to San Francisco, California, where I'm a police officer. Now I put 120 miles a day on my car, and as you guys know with gas prices lately, that's killing me. I used to have a Honda Civic and it wasn't a hybrid, and I was spending over $100 a week in gas. So I decided to go hybrid. This is a Toyota Prius, and I didn't know much about them before I started doing my research. And I compared it to all the different other cars on the market, and this is the one that I chose. So I've had the car for about a week now, and I wanted to break down the positives and the negatives for you guys. So if you guys are considering buying a new car, really you should consider this car because it's really been a great purchase and I'm super happy with it so far. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and show you a few of the features that I like best. Come on back here. First of all, which I think is really cool, is you don't need a key. You just have a key device that actually stays in your pocket. You don't actually have a key for the doors, you don't have a key for the ignition, which I think is super cool. And when you come up to the car, as long as you have the device in your pocket, things unlock. So I didn't unlock the car, it automatically unlocks for me. And as you can see, get all the leaves out of here, it actually has a pretty good sized trunk. It actually is a lot bigger than what I used to have in my Honda Civic, so I'm really, really happy with this. Underneath this little panel here, there's actually another little hidden trunk area, which I put basically odds and ends in.
Ooh, what's that Jay got in the trunk?
Just a bunch of crap.
You got some junk in your trunk?
I got some junk in my trunk. So, which is really cool. And I actually carry my police equipment a lot with me when I go to work, so this is a really neat thing. I can actually pull this cover, and it actually hides, I can get it in, it hides what's in the back of the trunk, which is really neat. I really like that a lot too. So, now you come around here to this side of the car, you can take a look in the back passenger seat. I don't know if you know, but there's tons of space in here. I mean, you can actually, a full-grown adult can sit in here. And this chair is all the way back because I'm the driver and I like to have lots of space in the front. But you can see my knees. And I'm over 6 feet tall. So I'm really excited about this. And you know, the kids sit back here with no problem. And when we have other adults in the car, it's actually really comfortable. Where my Civic was really tight. I mean, you'd basically be like this. So it's got a lot more space than the Civic, which I'm really happy with. So if I repeat myself about being happy a lot, I'm just a goober. No,
we were just watching you do your kegels. It was kind of entertaining.
My what?
Your kegels.
Whatever. I don't know.
Your little knee exercises, those were cute.
So, so we get into the car, and I'm going to show you some really cool features in this. So, Daddy Brian, turn it off and hop in. Okay, so now I'm inside the car, and it's actually really roomy, and I actually kind of like it because it almost feels like a little bit of a starship in here. And you guys know me and Daddy Brian are both huge Star Wars geeks. So I love the fact that it almost has a really cool Star Wars feel in here, which is really neat. They got a little computer screen here, which I'm going to show you in a minute. We actually got a sunroof thrown in for free.
Whee!
Because they didn't have the color I wanted. The only thing they had for the model I wanted was a blue color, and I really wanted the gray, and I almost walked out. They go, oh, we have one with all these extra features, and we'll give it to you for the same price. So I was actually really jazzed about that. They also gave me a really good trade-in on my Honda Civic. They gave me $6 grand for it, and the sucker was beat up. I mean, Daddy Brian had like 2 or 3 different cars hit it, so it was all banged up.
That is so not fair. I did not get those accidents.
I'm really happy they gave me $6 grand for it, and I'm going to show you a couple of features real quick. Okay, YouTube, so this is really cool. There's this little button here on the dash, and in order to start the car, you don't start it with a key. You actually put your foot down on the brake, and you push power. And as you can see, the car comes to life. So it's got a pretty neat dash up here, and this is actually my favorite screen. And what that screen does is it kind of tells you the amount of gas you're using. Now you can see I've already done 425 miles on this car, which is quite a bit, and I'm averaging about 45 miles per gallon. Now that's actually, you know, they say you can get up to 50 miles a gallon in this vehicle. I get about 45 because I go more than the recommended 55 miles per hour. I actually go between 65 and 70. So I am in this car. I've been going 65, 70. I've been getting really good gas mileage.
Leadfoot.
This is the actual fun part. This is where your Pandora radio is, all your satellite radio, all your really cool stuff. I'm loving the fact that I have hands-free conversation. I can have a, what do they call it?
It has built-in Bluetooth, so he can answer his phone without picking up the cell phone.
Yeah, we're going to demonstrate that in a minute. Okay, so this is the actual dash where all the radio features are. I've got my different audio. You know, I've got AM, FM, satellite, and Bluetooth, which is really convenient. And I can actually call Brian when I'm on the road and find out what's for dinner and all that kind of thing, even though he doesn't make dinner very often. Here's our apps over here, which is pretty cool. You got Pandora, you got the weather, fuel prices in the area, which I think is really neat. You put in fuel prices, it's basically going to show you where all the different gas stations are and what they're charging, which is really cool. And let's connect. Come on, let's do it. Don't embarrass me, car. I'm sure you know, don't embarrass us. Come on now. You could do it, you could do it, you could do it. Why is it taking so long, Daddy Brian?
Because your car's a slow thinker.
Kind of like you.
Thanks a lot.
So what do you think of the car so far?
You know, I actually think the car is pretty cool. I was very leery about getting a hybrid because I wasn't sure how the electrical part, would function. And I have a little bit of an issue of the fact that when you step on the gas to get out into traffic, it's a little bit soft doing that. But otherwise, the car functions great.
But there is a device in the car that you can stop that. I mean, there's something called a power button.
Yeah, but
and
I mean,
where's that at?
You can. If you want extra get up and go, you push the power button. But if you do that, you lose all the gas savings,
You don't lose all the gas savings.
Well,
You're
it
just using
functions.
more gas than you would if you didn't push the button.
Your average miles per hour drops way down. So you don't want to be in power mode all the time, only when you really need it.
Yeah, but I think that's what's important about these kind of cars, YouTube, is they're smart cars. I mean, they're basically giving you the advantage of having as much fuel savings as you want. Like they recommend that you go 55 miles an hour.
Your gas app is up.
Yep. There you go. It's got all the local gas. So there you can see what gas prices are in California right now, which isn't bad because they've come down quite a bit. But Shell looks like the cheapest at $3.70, and that's where I would go get gas. Well, actually, I boycott Shell, so I wouldn't go get gas at Shell. But I would basically visit a gas station with the lower price, and it's a good way to save some money. So you like the car so far?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's take it for a drive, and you can give people a little bit of view of the car in action on the power and the gas and all that kind of thing.
All right. Okay, so we just pulled away from the curb, and you can kind of see the little monitor here that's telling us what our engine is doing. Right now, we're in the low end of the power use mode, so it's being really super efficient. If you look right over here next to the odometer that's showing how fast we're going, you can kind of see that little sliding scale is all the way up there at 100. That means we are getting really super good, wow, glare, gas mileage in that moment. Now, the harder you stand your foot on the brake, the harder you stand your foot on the gas, the harder the engine has to work. And it begins with the electrical motor at first, and then uses the gas motor to kind of help it get up to regular traffic speeds. So we're watching it. We're up there now in eco mode. Oh, just dropped back down. So YouTube, I hope you've enjoyed our tour of our brand new car. It was really important for us to make some decisions that are better for the environment and also better for us economically. And this car gets fantastic fuel efficiency, great miles per gallon, and it's really helping us when we go to the gas station. So even though we really thought long and hard about whether this would be the right car for us, and we were a little bit scared to try something new, both of us are really happy with what we got, and we encourage people to get out there and give this car a shot. I hear it's the #1 selling car in California. Stats and figures that I mostly don't care about, because what matters for me is how it's going to affect us every day. We're curious to know if you own a Prius, what you think about it, and join the conversation, people. What do you think about new hybrid cars?